On Monday this week, we returned to Narok to find out if what the witnesses were saying actually checked out on the ground. Of particular interest are two people. The man who stepped into the shoes of Professor Walingo, this is the acting Vice-Chancellor, Professor Kich Magak, and the Chair of the University Council, Dr. Samuel Ochola. After a 1 hour, 15-minute wait, the university administration joins us in the boardroom. And despite the fact that we had requested for a one-on-one interview, we find out that they had chosen to invite other local journalists to our interview session, an unusual development since this is a follow-up of our exclusive report.
I have to start by saying this interview was actually organized by Mr. Mwaura. I thought that I would like to open it up to everybody so that, there's a story is best when it is shared with everybody.
Accompanying Professor Magak was Mr. Anaklet Okumu, the finance officer and one of the persons of interest in the Mara Heist scandal.
What was happening previously is that we could withdraw cash to pay staff in terms of interests and expense claims. Those amounts, as long as they're below 1 million, we could do the check, withdraw the cash, and then the cashier pays off. We realized that has got a lot of inherent challenges, inherent risks, and it actually tempts the person handling the cash. The maximum withdrawal currently is 100,000 in any given day, and such a withdrawal requires express approval from the Vice-Chancellor.
Why was all this not happening earlier?
Okay, like for example, the issue of aligning the budget to the work plan activities. Actually, we have not been having work plan.
Why were you paying payments of 999 etc. without accompanying documentation? Because I believe when you're a CPA, that means you're someone who has studied quite a high level. Were you not uncomfortable with making payments, even if it's under 1 million? 999,999 is still a significant amount of money. Were you not concerned?
True, I was concerned, but the only thing that I can clarify here is that the payments that we have been making within the university, they are supported.
You said you were concerned. Did you raise it with anyone? Did you raise it with the council?
Can I also just clarify one thing, please? The issues of the so-called Mara Heist, and in fact the word is Mara Heist, and here even the media people call it Mara Heist. There's no word like haste. Mara Heist. The issues of Mara Heist are under investigation. So I would like to ask my colleagues, media, that is an area that we may not be able to give you answers substantively because it is under investigation.
The university had no clear answers for us, but we wanted to know more about the council's activities and the actions taken in the university since the story aired.
So since you came into office, some of the whistleblowers say they've never sat with the council. They've never given their side of the story. We are talking about post-10 September.
Okay.
Is that true?
Yes.
Why?
That is true. The whistleblowers are still part of this investigation that is going on. So what, in your opinion, are they going to do with the council when the investigation is still going on? Whatever sitting that we will do with the members of the council is to do with internal investigations. Whistleblowers are part of this university, and they are working as usual.
Well, as you can imagine, we were astonished by the slow pace of investigations by the University Council. Now, the Council is the highest decision-making organ at any such institution, and one of its key functions is to approve the university's budget and mobilize resources. So how could it be so slow in getting to the bottom of what was clearly a spending spree outside of the approved budget? So we turned to the police investigations. How far had the DCI gone since asking the key players to record statements? And what about the Ministry of Education? In this letter to the Ministry of Education, the Office of the DCI confirms that they have recommended the prosecution of Professor Mary Walingo and 8 others.
The DCI, we allow them to complete, then they will let us know where it is.
DCI says the file has been forwarded to the Director of Public Prosecutions for further direction. Meanwhile, the DCI also directed that the DVC, Administration, Finance and Planning, Professor Mohammed Abdile, not be suspended as per a council directive because he was a key witness in the case.
I instructed the chair of council to reinstate that professor. But what happened after that, I am not aware again.
Yes, it is true. The DVC for Administration, Finance has been suspended. And yes, Professor Abdile has been suspended by the council. And unfortunately, I will have to disappoint you because that matter is already in court and we cannot discuss matters of court. You all know what sub judice is. So, however, if you really want to know the reason for his suspension, and I'm sure you've talked to him, that is something that you can get easily from his letter of suspension.
So far, the DPP is yet to prosecute any of the suspects at the university. A state of uncertainty looms.
I did not ask for this job. That is the honest truth. I did not ask for this job. I did not apply for it. I was asked to take this job, and I initially even refused this job because I did not want Mwaura and the team to ask me these questions you're asking me. And what I promised this university and what I'm promising the media is that as long as I'm sitting in this office, the right thing will be done.
You say that you're here to do the right thing. Now, in the documentary that we aired, we mentioned 3 suspects, okay? The other 2, I don't know where they are. I hope you'll explain to us. And for one who is here in this room, he himself has mentioned that he was concerned about certain transactions before September 1st, and you still are able to trust him to continue to hold a very substantive position till today.
That's a simple one. When an allegation is made against anybody, the law, which you've quoted, says you are innocent until proven guilty. Professor Mary Walingo is on leave, on normal leave. She's still working here. Everybody in that system is in normal leave. And Natural Okumu is in office because status quo remains. Tony Yaile is in office because status quo remains. So nothing has changed. So it is not a question of me being comfortable with whoever. That is not the issue. The issue is I am sitting at the head of this university, and I have to run this university with everybody, angels like you and thugs and everybody. What they do is not my business. My business is...
You have no concerns about the people who work for you, sir?
I have concerns.
That is surprising.
I have concern, Mr. Mwaura. Can I just say I have concern, but we need to be honest that you cannot work with angels. Everybody cannot be angel. I'm working with everybody. My business is performance in office. And for those who have been mentioned, the issue was, they were mentioned, these were allegations, investigations are going on. If they are found culpable, the law will take its course.
The Mara Heist expose even found its way to the floor of Parliament, as nominated Member of Parliament David Ole Sankok demanded answers from the Ministry of Education.
What is the status of investigation into the recent misappropriation of funds at the university and action being taken to address the vice in public universities in the country?
As the back and forth continues, Spencer, Serem, and their 2 colleagues are left in limbo.
Sometimes I feel like giving up because the slow process of the investigation, and I would hear rumors that somebody has been compromised here and there. So I feel like nothing is being done. The investigation is taking too long. So sometimes I feel like just moving out of the country because if we cannot be able to trust the systems, if you just hear rumors that money has been used somewhere to bribe somebody, you feel like we're losing this case.
I regret nothing. Even if today I were to do it again, I would still do it the same because I believe that once you're given a position, you are just given in trust to hold that position, not to abuse it for personal gain. So for me, there is nothing I'm regretting about. I would still do it. I would still point it out again that somebody is using public resources to enrich themselves.